Hello there, listeners. Here is Maya speaking. Today is March 2nd, 2026. 3 days into this current round of violence, I think. Um, so far, not as bad as for me at least. I'm sure for other people it's very bad, but for me here in the Western Galil, it's not as bad as the preview wars with Iran or with Hezbollah. Most of the time it's pretty quiet, but every once in a while there is like alarms and bombs and stuff, which you can hear and see in the preview episodes. Today is Purim, or tomorrow or something, which is a holiday that, well, in, its practices are really nice. Everyone wear costumes and celebrate and drink a lot and become ridiculous and let the subconscious slip outside, and it's pretty cool holiday. But the story that it's based about, it's pretty terrible, if you ask me. I just had an argue about it with someone in the coffee shop. I don't know, in the grocery store slash coffee shop, something that we have here in the village. Anyway, I was sitting here with him and argue about the story. If you want to hear what I think about the story of Purim, you can look some. I think it's like episode 93 to 95, something like this. I made three special episodes for Purim like 2 years ago. It's still relevant. um, yeah, generally, like the final line is that the celebration is about a story that some minority group wanted to, or not even the minority group, one like minister or the Asian Persian king wanted to massacre all of the Jewish population, and then in the end of the story, the this Jewish guy Mordechai, he managed to organize that not only that the Jewish people will not be massacred, but that guy's minority group will be massacred instead. So it's end with a massacre and celebration, the story of Purim. But don't make it give you like bad idea about the holiday. It's just for me as a non-religious person, it took me like years to discover that this is the story. Anyway, if you want to hear more about that, you can do so in the preview episode, like 90 something. It's called Purim relevant to something. Check it out. Um, Generally, there is like lots of interesting episode. I think like 120 something of them. Anyway, so today I had this argue with this guy in the coffee shop, and he was like, yeah, if someone come to kill you, you should kill him back. And I'm like, but those people did not came to kill them. They were just like the members of the minority group of this minister that want to kill. It's like we had all this argue, and then we talked about like a very, okay, that's like a thing. Okay, so um the the IDF put military forces in my village. um yeah, so that's quite scary because it's mean that it like attract missiles to come over here. Yeah, like I shouldn't talk about it, but I don't think Hezbollah people listen to my podcast. I guess, well, almost no one listened to my podcast, so what the chances? I don't know. Anyway, I'm not gonna write it in the title, but anyway, yeah. So I went there today, and I was arguing with this guy in the coffee shop about that, and then I wanted to write about it in the communic WhatsApp group, and people told me don't write because it should be secret, so the Hezbollah will not know about it because they look at your WhatsApp group, which makes sense, I guess. So I deleted it and I didn't write about it. But what I did do is I went there and I shouted at them. I told them like, "What the fuck are you think you're doing? You attract you make the village become a target for missiles. How stupid can you be? Like, don't you see you're risking my life?" And they were like, "Yeah, we're not." There were like 18-year-old, 19-year-old kids. They're like, "We're not the one you should shout about. You should shout about our commander, commander, commander." And I'm like, no, you are the ones that are here. Take yourself and go away. And no, we cannot go away because we were ordered to stay here. And I was like, well, refuse command. And what will happen if you refuse command? You will go to prison? And they're like, yeah, we will go to prison. I'm like, yeah, good, then go to prison. Uh, don't risk my life. This is basically the conversation that I had, but shouting, really, I like rip my throat over them. And I'm glad because they are risking my life. This is like Hamas shit to put like military force in civilian population. All the time that Israel fight Gaza, they pump up. Hamas put his military force in like a civilian population. Hamas put his military force in civilian population. This is why they're bad. This is why they, and now they do the same. Like what the fuck? Mm. Anyway, I shouted at them, and then I came back home, and what I wanted actually to make the episode about is about um, something else, but it's become like kind of a long opening, so maybe I will make it into its own episode, and then I will do the other thing that I wanted.